Okay. Looks like we're actually streaming now. Yeah? What's it look like, YouTube? All right. So, we'll progress report. Sentry mode does seem to be working now. Comes down into sentry mode over here. Oh, this is so much harder to do when it's small. So pretty simple setup. As soon as something's perceived, it checks to make sure that the sense or stimulus sensed is well, hold on. Now I confuse myself. It's hard to see when it's little like this, so we're going to do this for right now. Okay. So when it perceives any sense, right, we set the stimulus and the actor that caused it as variables. We get the sense class for stimulus because we're going to use that down here in a minute. And we make sure that our actor, like self here, has this component, the NPC component. That's for the NPC manager. That's basically just saying, is this an NPC manager NPC? It seems unnecessary, but I like redundancy, so I just double check that. And it also allows me to get the NPC controller as a variable here, which I can then do a bunch of other stuff with. Normally you can talk to these NPCs, but obviously when they're chasing you and shooting you, I don't want you to be able to talk to them, so we turn off the social function here. And then I set the Blackboard value for self-actor to the controlled pawn, just in case I need it down the line in the behavior tree. At this point, I don't really use it, but I may at some point. We get the actor's name or the class name of the stimulus, so that I can check whether it's sight, hearing, or damage. If it's sight, we make sure that he's not in cover, because if he's in cover, I want him to do something different. But when he's not in cover, he'll come over here and handle the sight sense, which basically just checks, again, redundancy to make sure it's sight. If it is, it makes sure the actor that's seen is the player. If it is, it double checks that it's still successfully sensed. If not, it gives us the last known location as a Blackboard key, as well as sense our sentry state back to 1, which is investigation mode. Excuse me. If it still sees, if it's still seeing, it's still sensing, it sets the target location in the Blackboard, and it sets the sentry state up for ranged combat. Essentially says start fighting as soon as you get into sentry mode. And then it changes the main state for the NPC controller of NPC manager to sentry mode, which will make more sense in just a second. And then sets is seeing, because is seeing is similar to is in cover. If it's seeing, I'd rather him not really do anything about sound. You know, sound isn't really important to the NPC if he sees the player. And obviously, if he's in cover, I want him to ignore what he hears for a minute and just get to cover. Sound is basically the same as handle sight sense. It just does it for the sound. Excuse me. On damage, same basic thing. It just sets our new state to cover. And those are all right here. NPC Manager uses states to determine what it's going to do next, which I like. It's pretty elegant and easy, so I just copied that. So for our sentry mode, we just check to see if the Blackboard state is equal to sentry mode. If it is, then we check its sentry state. If it's on ranged, then we look at the use an EQS query to look for the player, move towards the player, turn towards the player, and then attack. Turn towards the player is pretty easy. We just get the pawn reference for the controlled NPC. Make sure again that it's the right, got the NPC controller. And then I stash all of these, what do you call them? Functions, or events, excuse me, on that NPC controller. So aim at target, super easy. We get the owner or the NPC's location. We get our target actor, which is set here in the blueprint. or the behavior tree, target actor. We make that target actor's location known, and then we find the lookout rotation and set our owner's actor rotation to that. Super easy. And then it attacks. And the attack is basically a pretty simple line trace. We play a little animation. I use the multi-sphere trace because I feel like it's a little bit more, I don't know, accurate, I guess. With just a small radius. And also because it works. That's why I use this. I don't know, it works. So, and then it applies damage. You know, super easy. Super easy. And then when you lose sight of him over here, where did I put that? Oh, yeah, here. Sorry. When you lose sight, it switches it to investigation mode. And those are just, that's just an enumeration that I made. None, investigate, chase, melee, and ranged. So ranged is the fourth. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth. Investigate is 1. Hence, set to 4 when you see him. Set to 1 when you don't. Because when you don't, you want him to take that last known location and go, you know, find it. So we move to last known location when this becomes investigate. When he loses 90%, or when he gets down to 90% health, we kick into the cover mode, which looks for the player, and then it runs this hide from query, EQS, if it'll let me open it. Huh, okay. Oh, I see. There we go. There we go. And this, I don't still honestly fully understand what's happening here. This is from a Ryan Laley tutorial. It was the basic EQS hide from player tutorial. But it basically finds the player, builds a grid, and it starts deciding based on where the player is in context to the NPC, and then the distance between those. It decides the best path without being seen by the player, and then this makes it kind of go left or right of where it finds. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie or try to pretend like I fully understand what's happening here. I still have a lot of research to do on the EQS system, but it works. We get that cover location, pass it over to the move to. He hides, waits for 5 seconds. If he doesn't see you or hear you, then it runs end sentry mode, which just resets basically all of those variables back to 0, makes it so you can interact with them again. Excuse me. Unpauses its original routine, sets it back to its original saved state, so whatever it was doing. But just to kind of show what it looks like, how it runs, this little test world. Right now you got Mr. NPC over here minding his own business. He don't really have a job right now. But when I shoot my gun, he comes looking. And he finds the quickest path, right? And you see over here, now, oh shit, it's done. He's back into his old mode. He's made his way around. Now he heard me. Now he sees me. Now he shoots. My next goal is to figure out how to make him less accurate, because he fucking don't waste no time dusting my ass. I'm dead. Like, I started this quest out to make an NPC that was more challenging, and now I have an NPC that I essentially can't kill. Good Lord. Okay. Here we go. Now I got him. Yeah, now he's dead. Okay. And then that'll stay in, apparently, in investigation cover mode until he registers as deceased. There he goes. But just to give you a full overview, we got these guys here. They're running their rounds. They're doing the stuff they got to do. Most of them are sleeping or smoking cigarettes, but occasionally one is hammering or getting stuck in between barrels. So yeah, like, you know, he's got important shit to do. How did I die? Does that guy come back to life? Oh, one of them must have seen me from all the way over there. They do have incredibly long perceptions right now. So it's possible one of them seen me. But this guy over here, he sees me. I gotta make sure to kill him before he gets close enough to start firing. Oh, that guy seen me. Now he's gonna hide and look for cover. Awesome. Oh, these motherfuckers mean business. Can't hide from you, punk. And then when you're crouched right now, it doesn't make any sounds. So like if I run like this, they can hear me. And I've still got to set up things like barks and whatnot, but oh, let's see. Right now they're in investigate sound mode. I need to figure out how to make sure that they are overridden with sight. For some reason, that's not happening, but they killed me quick. Anyway, seems to be working now, so for now. There's still obviously some fine-tuning and some tweaks. I want to set up strafing for the NPCs and then also get them set up to attack from from cover. But like I said, my next goal is going to be to make sure that they don't absolutely eradicate me immediately. Like, it's got to fine-tune that getting killed business. Because, like, I can't spin fast enough, you know? Can't get out of his way fast enough. Although, maybe I should try dodging. Let's try that. Let's try a dodge and see if that actually saves our life. Let's draw him over. He sees me. He's close enough to attack. No. Yeah, so I got to do something. Maybe it's another cooldown or something in between attacking, or I already have a cooldown on the aim at player, but he fucking does it real fast. So coming along. And for everybody that's helped in this journey, thanks a lot, genuinely. I've had a couple of good mentors out there that have been super helpful. And I only don't drop names because I don't have or haven't asked permission to drop names on YouTube channels. So if you want me to, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you want credit where it's due, let me know. Or if you're okay with it, because I'd like to give credit, you know. But I don't like dropping names on YouTube without talking about it with the person first. So, excuse me. Thanks for watching.